Hey, loan officers. I have Denise here today. I actually met Denise on social media and thought she would be an awesome guest for the podcast. Denise, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, like why you got in the industry, who you are, and we'll go from there?
Okay, so Denise Panza. I am a New Yorker at heart, was a New Yorker my whole life until about 3.5 years ago, and then I up and moved to Naples, Florida. I've been in the mortgage business for 30 years. Wasn't my plan initially. I went to Northeastern in Boston. I wanted to be PI Panza. My last name is Panza. I went there for criminal justice, didn't do so great in that major, switched gears, then became a teacher, got a kindergarten through sixth grade degree. But when I got out and I moved back to Brooklyn, I could not get a teaching job and I needed a job. So a post closing position came up at a mortgage company. My father had been in the business, so I jumped on that sucker, and here I am 30 years later, post closer, closer, and loan officer for life.
I feel like that happens to most of us in the mortgage business. I got into the business by accident. Every loan officer I interview gets into the business by accident. So that's
Why? What'd you do first?
I just interviewed at a random mortgage company. I think it was like a processor or something, like help with documents. And I was young at the time, so like, hey, we need a social media person. I'm like, sure, why not? So I took it just like, by accident, and I've loved working with LOs ever since.
Oh, that's cool. I love it.
So funny how that happens. But okay, so Denise, I know you mentioned you were in New York for a while. That's a very brutal market. How were you separating yourself when you were there? How were you separating yourself from like other top producing loan officers? Like what strategies were you using?
Let's see. I think that I do everything. Like I didn't just do a niche, like just conventional.
Mm.
I do everything. I do reverse mortgages. I do USDA. So I think I just love that I have the ability to just write all different products with all different. I've always worked at more or less a broker shop, if you will, or a mortgage banker who had the ability to broker, as opposed to being with like a Chase or a Bank of America who kind of only does certain products. I love that I have always been able to offer a variety of programs to everyone, right? Because nobody is cut the same.
Yeah, and I think too, like now that you live in Florida, it sounds like because I love Florida, my brother lived there for a while. It's more slower paced. Would you say there's a difference between like that crazy fast paced market compared to Florida? Like, what have you seen in the
Oh my gosh, it's so different here. Like we're just New Yorkers. We hustle, and down here it's really slow. I mean, we still close loans faster here than we do in New York, because here you close loans in 30 days, and in New York it takes sometimes, I mean, sometimes 30 days, but sometimes 60 and sometimes 90. I'm still licensed in New York, so I still do the majority of my business there, but also tapping into Florida a lot more than I have been in the past.
That's good, and I'm from Utah, so not as crazy as New York.
Uh,
But whenever I go to Florida, it's like because Utah, it's like competition all the time, just trying.
really?
Yeah, in Florida, it's so much more like laid back. So I love that. Okay, Denise, just for the other loan officers that are listening, I love that you moved to another state. How have you been able to grow like new realtor relationships? Because I see that be a struggle for loan officers that move states. Like, what have you done to grow those relationships?
Social media, Devin, because I'm actually really shy. So you're not going to see me knock on a real estate office door. You're not going to see me go to a networking event here. I'm the wallflower. So for me, it's just social media. And
Okay,
then you just like tag, you keep on tagging Naples, keep on tagging Fort Myers. And the next thing you know, you have a whole bunch of new friends who are realtors and title companies in Fort Myers and in Naples. That's it.
okay, and I'd love to hear your strategy on this. I see a lot of loan officers that post, but they don't comment on other agents' posts. They don't follow up. They kind of just post and hope that it works and get some loans. What do you do when like an agent comments on your post? Like, are you commenting on other agents' posts? Like, how are you actually like, getting them to talk to you after the post?
Yes, so if they do comment on mine, then I'll go follow them, and then I start commenting on theirs, and then I'll slide into their DMs, and oh, you're a loan officer. I mean, I'm a loan officer. You're a realtor. I think that makes for a perfect friendship. We should connect, and then just keep on watching their stuff and hoping that they're going to keep on watching my stuff, and then eventually we'll be doing business together. It does work.
See, and it's so funny because it's so simple, but like even that can scare people, like, responding to comments and stuff. So
True,
I
true.
love that. How are you? I should have looked more. Are you doing any video? I saw a lot of like images. Are you doing any video on your
A
social?
lot of video.
Okay, good. I don't know why I missed that for some reason.
Yeah, I
How
think
have
that's kind of
yeah.
the majority now.
Okay, and how have you gotten like more comfortable recording video just for my other loan officers? Like, what did it take?
Who says I got comfortable? I
Yeah,
just you just have to. So I don't. If I showed you on my phone, sometimes my takes. Some people think like, oh, Denise, it looks like you just turned on your camera and boom, you just no. There was about 30 takes that before that sucker went out. But I'm alone at my house, right? And I do a couple of takes until I like it. Sometimes it's like a one and done. It does get easier over time, and you do start to be okay with putting yourself out there.
yeah, and it's see, I've been doing it for like 10 years, and I still hate it. But it's like one of those things you have to do, to grow your business. So
You really do have to.
yeah,
I did it. My first video on LinkedIn was 8 years ago, and I cringe when I watch it. It was three
same.
minutes long. It was in front of my refrigerator. I don't know what the heck I was talking about,
Yeah.
but I did it right. So at the end of the day, all you have to do is just press record.
And maybe let me ask you this: Did it for me? It got easier over time. Did it get easier to
It
record?
does get easier. Oh yeah, because now back then I was posting once a month, and I would get complete anxiety when I knew it was like,
Yeah.
okay, Denise, it's time for you to do a video. But now I'll do like 4 or 5 a week.
Yeah, and they're gonna see your face anyways in person. So what's the difference in like showing your face on camera? So you know.
Yeah.
Okay. What other strategy? Is there anything else other than social that like you're getting new realtor relationships or you're in events, like anything like that, or is it mainly just social? That's awesome.
Social.
That's so cool, and that like shows you how powerful. Like I met you on social media. It shows you how powerful social media is.
Huge.
Um, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I haven't been to a closing since I moved down here 3.5 years ago. I haven't been to one closing. When I lived in New York, I would go to closings and then hug the realtor, hug this realtor, hug the attorney. But in the last 4 years, I have not been to one closing, and it hasn't slowed business down. As long
Okay.
as you treat people right, and that's it. You
In
do.
like communicate. So okay, I love that just because you're just using social. So I think this is like great for loan officers to get over their fear of doing video. Like it's awesome.
It's true. It's interesting because some people can public speak and they can go to networking events and work the room, but yet you put a camera in front of their face and you tell them to press record and they freeze up. For me, doing all those other things I can't do, but I can press record in a heartbeat and just post.
See, I'm the same way. It's so funny. Like they literally have like hundreds of people watching them at once. But when you put a camera, yeah, no, I agree 100%. Okay, Denise, kind of just want to end with this. Is there anything else that you would recommend a loan officer do to grow their business, or anything you recommend, like books, coaches, anything like that?
I'll just go back to social media. I think posting about, where we oftentimes we post, I just closed on this house, I just closed on this house, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to close on loans and houses to talk more about yourself, right? Because people want to work with so cliche people they like and they know and they trust, but it's a true story. I mean, sometimes I'll post and post and post, and somebody will say, Denise, I've been watching you for 3 years, and I just figure, you know what, I might as well pick you to do my mortgage. So they might not need you right now, but when if you are consistent enough, because consistency is huge, that when they do need a loan officer, you're going to be the first one that comes to mind, especially if, yeah, they have something in common with you, like you fish or you go boating or you like to, whatever, walk on the beach. You know what I mean? People just, they relate. You're not just a number at a mortgage company.
Yeah, that actually happened to me last week. It happens quite a bit because I post so many videos. But she was like, "Hey, I've been stalking you for like 2 years," and I'm like, "I'm ready to go." And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know like you needed help." With like I met her for the first time, and I had no idea who she was. And she was like, "Yeah, like let's do this." I was like, "That was the easiest new client I've ever gotten," and that's like the power. So, well, I really appreciate you jumping on, Denise. If people want to connect with you or like just see how you're growing your social, what are the best ways loan officers can contact?
Probably on LinkedIn, just Denise Panza, or Instagram too. I have some fun on there with videos and mortgages. Denise Panza, that's it.
Okay, awesome. Well, if you're listening to this podcast or watching, make sure you follow Denise. And thanks again, Denise, for jumping on.
Thanks, Devin. Take care.